we continue drawing our scatter diagram, and we are saying at this point, this is where we have these values, and this value will be which one? Our x, you'll have your 1, then 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we are saying this one is what? Water intake. That is water intake in liters. Then we have this other end, skin hydration. And skin hydration should be percentage. What's the value? You can start your value from 50, 55, 60, 65, and now 70 in the highest value. When we had 1, it was at 50, 2, 55, 3, 60, 4, 65, 5, and 70. And then you connect your line. When we connect our lines, it will give us a very good straight line. A very good straight line. As you can check all the values, all the plotting points are linearly arranged. All the plotting points are linearly arranged. And how do we speak about this relationship? We speak our relationship, it's a positive correlation. So this one will be what? Positive correlation. We speak about this one being what? Positive what? Correlation. Because what happens as we increase the water intake, also the skin hydration increases. This is a positive correlation. It's a positive correlation of what? We should say it's a +1 positive correlation. Why I'm saying it's a plus? Because this increasing leads to the increase in the y leads to the increase in the x-axis leads to the increase in the what? Y-axis. That's what the intake increase brings about increase in skin hydration. And that is if you apply even biologically, the more you take water, the more you have skin dehydration, because you have more water to lose. And this skin dehydration we're speaking about what? This happens. Skin dehydration happens when what? When you lose a lot of sweat. When you lose a lot of sweat, what happens? You'll have more what? You'll be stimulated, not stimulation, but you'll have more sensation for that. And because of more sensation of that, you'll take more water. And the more they take of the water, the more you'll have that water level again doing what? Increasing in levels. So let's now go back again. We now start finding our correlations. Coefficient what? Correlation. Let's start to calculate the coefficient correlation. We calculate what? Coefficient correlation. Calculate coefficient correlation. I'll say it what? How do we do it? Calculate. Calculation. My pen is not working. Let me be using this one. Calculation of coefficient correlation. We are working about coefficient correlation. This is the formula that you will use to find the coefficient correlation. Coefficient correlation is represented by R, and R we will calculate SSXY over the square root of SSX times SSY. How do we find this one? How do we find this one? How do we find this one? So you have to start from, let's find this one first. How do you find your SSX? You will do summation of x squared minus summation of x into square over n. N is the number of these ones. We are speaking about those inputs, about the water intake and even the skin dehydration when we go to the y, of which the n number will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then summation of x squared is what we have done. X squared is 55. Then summation of x will be 15. So how will we do the first one? Summation of x squared. Which one is the x squared? We are saying 55 minus summation of what? X. Summation of x, which is 15 into square over, we say the number of the variables are what? 5. So let's find this calculation and check. So you first do with what? So it's 55 minus, so that is 15 square, we'll give it 225. You divide by 5, you get 45. So your summation of SSX will be 55 minus 45, you'll get 10. That's the first one. Hope you're getting it clear. Then you have now your y, which is equal to summation of x, summation of y square minus summation of y into bracket square over n. This is how you will do it. You will do now summation of y square being what? 18 to 50. You subtract out 300 over, and we are speaking about 300 what? Square over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 variables. What will you get? 18 to 50 minus 300 square is equal to 90,000, sorry. You divide by 5, you get 18,000. 18,000. And you will get your SSY to be 18 to 50 minus 1800, you get 250. So we are saying SSX is equal to 10, SSY to be 250. Let's now find SSXY. We'll find what? SSXY. Sorry for the inconvenience. Seeing my white pen has run out of ink. Let's continue with this one now. We have found that xx is equal to 10, then ssy is equal to 250. So let's continue now finding what? SSXY. How do we find it? We do summation of x, y minus summation of x times summation of y over n. So our summation of xy, according to our previous, we find that it was 950 minus summation of x, which was 15 times 330 over n, which was how many? It was 5 units, right? So from those ones, how do you find it? So you do, that is 950 minus 15 times 330, you get 4950 divided by 5, that is you get 990. So it means it will be what? 950 minus, that is, you get negative 40, you get negative what? You get negative, sorry, yeah, SSXY, SSXY. So we are saying 15 times 330, it's 330, right? Not 330, but 300, sorry. We have found 300. So it's 15 times 300, you get from 500 divided by 5, you get 900. This is 900. So our value will get what? 50. So that is our SSXY. Now how do we find our R? That is our R, the coefficient correlation. Our coefficient correlation will be SSXY over the square root of SSX times SSY. You have our values here, which will be what? 50 over the summation of the square root of SSX, it was 10 times 250. What do we get? 50 over You get 50 over 10 times 50 is square root. You get over 50. So R will be 1. And that is why now we are speaking about this correlation. So let's now again do the find the question. That was calculation of the coefficient. This one is the coefficient what? Coefficient correlation. That is our coefficient what? Our coefficient correlation. That is our coefficient correlation. Let's do what? Let's find the equation of the relationship. Find the what? The relationship, the equation, sorry. Find equation of the relationship. How do we find the equation of the relationship? So it's equal to y is equal to mx plus c. Our mx, how do we find our mx? Mx is equal to ss. You do ss xy over ssx. What do we find on our ssxy? Our ssxy was 50, right? So this one was 50 of how much? SSX. Our SSX was 10. It was how? 10. So it means our mx is equals to 5. Then you do again, we find what? We find now our c. Our c will be, you find is equal to summation of y over n minus mx times summation of y over n over x, sorry. So summation of y was what? 300 over 5 minus mx, you have found your mx to be 5 times 15, which was summation of x over 5. You do first this one, which will be 300 divided by 5, you will get 60 minus 15 divided by 5, you get 8 times 5, you get 15. So you subtract 60 divided by 60 minus 15. 60 minus 15, you get 45. You are getting what? 45. So 45 will be your C. So your y is equals to mx will be 5x. We have said our equation was mx plus c. So it's 5x plus c, which is what? 45. But now because our equation was 5x, our x was what in terms of their units? Our x was what 8. So it will be what? It will be 5 liters. Y is equals to 5 liters. So it's not y. You speak now about the y was what? Our y was skin dehydration is equals to 5 liters of water plus 45. That is your final explanation on coefficient correlation. Welcome. We'll discuss more about what? Maybe the use of the skew diagram, the chi-square, and even the t-square on application of statistical data. Thank you.